One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. And when you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. Syracuse will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Alabama's offense will have the football first. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll take it on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes that Alabama offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block, man. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Firing to the right, complete. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Let's talk about Alabama. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cut.
Turning it on! Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick release on the RPO. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got the tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so
he's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Indiana managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Bloomington had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative.
It's complete to the right. There he goes. That's a fumble.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That'll bring him to within 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Rides to back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Finds his back in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Hart. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off play action on first down. He's looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown Tide. Once he got some room, it was over. They are seizing control and taking away. They push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Gives it on the option.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Rushes on him. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Across the 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. Touchdown, Bama! Fit it in the window for the score.
Tight ends can be the quarterback's best friend down in this area of the field. When the windows get smaller, you need bigger targets. No better option than the big tight end.
And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, Why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Syracuse will be forced to punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He gets a block. Touchdown, Alabama! Special teams proving to be special. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Syracuse right back at it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Trying play action. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Orange will have to punt. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Here comes the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The inside handoff. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He's taking the shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moves around to clear up the vision. Zings it complete to the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Orange have the ball. And ready to go to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Syracuse lines up on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Averill. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. The give out of the gun. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Off the RPO, complete. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Algier. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown tie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Hunt is on its way. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Trying to run, it's Algier. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in a year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got a little space. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense... A chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the tailback. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position. To salt this clock away and get a W.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Not a chance. Missed it. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Third down after the run. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Caught. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. They'll try the run. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And when you're the defensive side of the football right now, this point in the game, you know the game's over, then they run the football. Listen, you're trying to still compete. You're putting other guys in the football game. This is our standard. We're not giving up yards. We're not going to let them break tackles. And I think the defensive coordinator finally has something to complain about. Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.